Hey, I'm Shay, and today I am pushing myself out of my comfort zone and start a conversation about the N-word with strangers. I do have strong opinions about it, and if you want to hear what I think, then you have to wait till the end of this video. Don't fast forward, watch the whole video. Let's go to Clearwater Beach and see what the people think. Hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you guys?
Fine.
What's your name?
Michael.
Michael.
Rick.
Rick. Nice to meet you guys. So my question is, how do you feel about people saying the N-word?
How do I feel about people saying the N-word? Doesn't
Yes.
bother me because I don't see myself that way. Okay.
What about you?
Tell you the truth, I don't even think about it anymore. It's not in my vocabulary.
Are you sure about that?
How do you feel about non-African Americans saying the N-word?
I don't like it, to be honest with you. I feel like they should find a new word to use just due to the fact of the past with the word.
Yeah, I agree. What's your name?
Eric.
Eric. Nice to meet you, Eric.
Nice to meet you.
How do you feel about non-African Americans saying the N-word?
Man, I mean, is it right? Maybe not. But, you know, you have the freedom of speech. I feel like you can say whatever you want to say.
Oh, hell no!
So what if someone had told you, or African American had told you, that to them it feels offensive because of all the history behind the word?
I don't want to say it. I want
you
to say it
wouldn't
around
say
them.
it?
I have friends that would be like, yeah, you know, we say it all the time.
Yeah.
I got other friends that are like, yo, don't say that.
And you just respect it. So what's your
You're
name?
welcome, Joey.
Joey, I'm Shay. Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
Jake.
Jake?
Dustin.
Dustin? Nice to meet you guys. So my question is, how do you feel about saying the N-word? Or have you said the N-word? Would you say it?
I've said it before.
Do you feel like, has anyone ever told you they don't like the word? Or?
Oh, yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
It is what it is. Don't say it.
Don't say it. So you respect them then?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you
of
say,
course.
don't say it around
Yeah,
those
yeah.
people.
Yep.
Okay, what about you?
It's kind of like a catch-22 because some people use that in their everyday language, but it's not okay for others to use that in their everyday language, like white guys. But at the same time, it all means the same thing. You know what I mean? To a certain degree, without the hate. If you lead the hate out of it, then it's cool.
I agree with you to some extent, because I feel like the N-word was used, you know, when it first derived was with negative connotations. Right. And that's where it comes from when I say it. And I feel like when black people say it, it's to empower one another, and white people say it's just like a trend now.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Cole. Jacob.
Nice to meet you guys. So my question today is, how do you feel about people saying the N-word?
I don't think it's right, personally. Like, me being white, like, I would never say it. Like, especially around, like, colored people.
What did you say?
And
It's just not
yeah,
right.
I don't like it either. I would never say that.
Never say. So like, have you ever been singing a rap song and it just like slip out?
Maybe, but
I'm gonna be honest, yeah.
How this mother?
Sure, but how do you feel about non-African Americans saying the N-word?
Personally, I think it's just a word.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Like, if someone was to call me, you know, a cracker or whatever, I wouldn't get offended to it necessarily.
Okay.
It depends on how it's being said, honestly. Like, if it's to be insultive, yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
But if it's with your friends or whatever and it's not a big deal to them, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It just depends on the situation.
What if someone told you, what if an African American told you that to them the word has a lot of meaning behind it?
Then I would respect that.
So my question for you is, how do you feel about non-African Americans saying the N-word?
Non-African?
Yes.
I feel like there's nothing you can really do about it, so why donate your time and energy to it unless you're trying to change it on a larger scale?
Does it offend you at all?
It disappoints me more than it offends me.
Alright, so I'm back at home. I feel strongly that people who are not African American should not be saying the word. And that's because no matter your context for saying the word, it started with a very negative connotation. The history is always going to be there. And so if all it takes is just for you not to say it, to not offend anyone, then why not do that? For those of you who would say, well, black people say it to one another, they do, but that's because they took the word back. They say it to empower each other, to show that it doesn't have the same meaning. So just don't say it. Just don't say it. Just don't say it.
Just don't say it.
Also, my thought is that you should subscribe and like this video. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. If you want me to ask the people a question, if you have opposing opinions to what I just said. I always love to hear arguments. And have a good day. Bye.